Spring is just around the corner, and not only is the weather heating up, but so is the real estate market here in Lethbridge. Let's take a look at how the real estate market fared last month in February and make some predictions on how the spring market is going to shape up. My name's Murray Wall. I do these updates every single month, so make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just jump into it. Starting first with the average sold price. We ended the month with an average closing price of $377,000. That's an increase of 3% from the previous month and a 7% increase year over year. Once again, we broke our all-time record for the highest ever closing price. There were 2 luxury homes that sold for over $1 million, with one of them selling final in just 7 days. On the flip side, the most affordable home sold for just $87,000. So there really is something for every buyer. Speaking of something for every buyer, let's look at what the average closing price looks like for the 4 main property types here in Lethbridge for the month of February. The average detached home price was $435,000. That's up 13% year over year. The average apartment price was $168,000. That's up 3% year over year. The average half duplex price was $304,000, and that's up 5.7% year over year. And finally, the average townhome was $293,000, and that's up 14% year over year. February generally has low sales volume, but this year was a leap year, so we had a whole extra day to close some deals. This February, we saw 142 sales. That's an increase of 23% from January and 34% increase from last February. The average number of sales for the last 5 years in February was 136, so we're just barely above average for this time of year. There were actually exactly 15 half duplexes, 15 apartments, and 15 townhomes sold, and the rest were all detached homes with the exception of 3 full duplexes. So the vast majority of homes sold are detached homes. If you missed my last video about Calgary versus Lethbridge, I noted that Calgary has a way higher proportion of apartments sold than what we see here in Lethbridge. So there are more homes selling for more money, but how fast are they selling? The average days that a property stayed on the market before selling final was 62 days, with 3 homes selling in just 1 day and 1 home selling in 495 days. This is the lowest amount of average days that we've seen on the market in February in the last 5 years. So it's an indication that we could see some more record low days on the market moving forward into spring. If you're thinking about buying a home this year, you need to download my app. There's a link in the description. The app allows you to see if homes are already under offer. Currently, 32% of homes in Lethbridge are under offer. REALTOR.ca will not show you if a property is pending, so with this app, you could save yourself a ton of time. There were 294 active listings on the market. This is another record low for Lethbridge for the 3rd consecutive month in a row. We haven't seen a lower amount since the middle of 2007. If you take the number of active listings, divide it by the number of sales, that gives you the months of inventory. Months of inventory is how many months it would take to run out of properties if no new properties were put onto the market. January, we were at 2.6 months of inventory, and February, we were even lower at 2.07 months of inventory. This is really low for Lethbridge, but I think we will see even lower this coming month in March. With lower inventory, there's a higher chance of multiple offers, so it's a great time to list your home if you're a seller, and if you're a buyer, you better have all your ducks in a row. In other real estate news, the Bank of Canada held the overnight interest rate at 5% for the 6th time in a row. They've hinted at possibly lowering the rate at the end of 2024, but that all depends on inflation. Even if they do lower it, I doubt it will be that substantial. Thanks for watching. If you like these monthly market updates, please like the video. It really helps me out, and I'll see you in the next one.